Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Bombardier's Mach .95 jet receives FAA nod. USPA celebrates 2025's top skydiving achievements. Bedford says system designed to be chronically understaffed. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Bombardier's Mach .95 jet receives FAA nod. Bombardier's Global 8000 has received type certification from U.S. aviation regulators, opening a key market for what the manufacturer claims to be the fastest civilian aircraft since the Concorde. The approval follows Transport Canada type certification granted on November 5th, with the aircraft entering service in December. Certification from the European Union Aviation Safety Agency remains pending. The Global 8000 sits comfortably at the top end of the business aviation performance envelope, carrying a maximum cruise speed of Mach .95 and a published range of 8,000 nautical miles. That combination places it ahead of competing ultra-long-range bizjets in outright speed without compromising transcontinental and intercontinental nonstop capabilities. It targets long-haul routes that previously required either a fuel stop or a trade-off between speed and distance. Cabin environment was another area Bombardier emphasized during development. At a cruise altitude of up to 41,000 feet, the Global 8000 can maintain a 2,691-foot cabin altitude. The reduced pressure differential hopes to reduce the fatigue and physiological stress associated with long hops. The aircraft is designed to remain operationally flexible. Bombardier says the Global 8000's takeoff and landing performance is comparable to that of much smaller jets. This design allows access to a wide range of airports, including shorter or more restrictive runways. After the break, Atlantic Aviation expands FBO network into Bermuda.
The legendary BD4-seat program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged four-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit surewings.com and bdaviation.com for more details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Atlantic Aviation expands FBO network into Bermuda. Atlantic Aviation announced the expansion of its FBO network with the acquisition of Cedar Aviation Services Limited at LF Wade International Airport in Bermuda. Cedar Aviation is well known among operators who visit the island for its highly personalized service and longtime team members, and has earned a reputation for exceptional care and hospitality. Atlantic's new Bermuda acquisition features a 6,440 square foot executive terminal and almost 700,000 square feet, or about 16 acres, of ramp space. FedEx keeps its fingers crossed that MD-11s will fly by spring. FedEx is hoping and praying that its MD-11 freighter fleet will begin returning to service sometime in the spring after a major cargo accident forced an industry-wide grounding during the peak shipping season. But damage has already been done, with the carrier expecting to incur $175 million in extra costs by the end of the disruption. The grounding began November 8th and affects 28 FedEx MD-11s, including 3 spare aircraft. It was issued after a fatal UPS MD-11 crash revealed structural fatigue cracks in an engine pylon. U.S. accepts partial blame for January's tragic DCA crash. The U.S. government admitted that it's partially responsible for the January 29, 2025 mid-air collision near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, citing failures by both the U.S. Army and ATC. The crash, involving an Army Black Hawk and American Eagle Flight 5342, killed all 67 people aboard and marked the deadliest U.S. aviation accident since 2001. The 209-page report, submitted to a U.S. District Court, explained that the U.S., quote, owed a duty of care to plaintiffs which it breached, thereby proximately causing the tragic accident, end quote. ANN wishes our readers, listeners, and viewers a very happy holiday. As ANN observes Christmas this week, we want to let you know that we will still be on the job reporting breaking news in the aviation and aerospace fields as it happens. Aero-News will be publishing at a slightly reduced level on December 25th and 26th, as our staffers spend some time with their families. The long weekend means you'll still be able to find several news stories each day on our website. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. USPA celebrates 2025's top skydiving achievements. The U.S. Parachute Association is celebrating an eventful year in the sport by noting the biggest stories and achievements from the year. Highlights include an 86-year-old skydiver achieving 1,000 jumps and earning her USPA Gold Wings, new world records set, and skydivers completing 26,718 jumps on World Skydiving Day. Albert Berchtold, executive director of USPA, said, quote, "This has marked one of the most significant and impressive years for achievements in skydiving, with skydivers showcasing their skills, setting records, and advancing the sport at world-class drop zones across the United States. We continue to see skydivers push the limits of what some may think is possible, and we're so proud of the many accomplishments in the sport this year," end quote. A few landmark moments of 2025 include 104 skydivers from 20 countries coming together at Jump Florida Skydiving to break the canopy formation world record, beating the previous record set in 2007. The skydivers simultaneously jumped out of 7 planes to meet midair and form a diamond pattern. Also, 4,088 people received training and fulfilled the requirements for their USPA A license, the first solo skydiving license issued by USPA. To earn an A license, skydivers must complete a minimum of 25 jumps, fulfill all requirements on the USPA A license proficiency card, and pass the USPA A license written and oral exams. After these messages, Bedford says system designed to be chronically understaffed.
It's time to upgrade your power plant to the first FAA-certified clean sheet engine design in over 60 years. Delta Hawk's jet fuel-powered liquid-cooled turbocharged engine produces turbine performance at 40% better fuel efficiency of typical reciprocating engines, while also achieving exceptional reliability and significant reduction in cost of ownership. Reserve your engine package today at deltahawk.com.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. Bedford says system designed to be chronically understaffed. FAA Administrator Bryan Bedford told Congress that if the agency continues operating as it currently does, air traffic control towers across the country are unlikely to ever reach full staffing levels. Bedford was testifying during the State of American Aviation hearing before the Aviation Subcommittee of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee on Capitol Hill. When asked by Representative Hank Johnson Jr. when ATC towers would be fully staffed, Bedford replied, quote, "The honest answer, sir, is if we continue with business as usual, never. We'll never catch up. The system is designed to be chronically understaffed," end quote. Bedford explained that controller retirements, burnout, and retention issues all confront the FAA's efforts to staff control towers. He said to mitigate staffing shortages, the agency needs to expand the training pipeline and invest more to develop new controllers. The FAA met its 2025 goal of hiring 2,026 new controllers and aims to add another 8,900 by 2028, which means the agency would have to hire nearly 4,500 over each of the next 2 years. Lawmakers also voiced concerns about aging infrastructure, including towers, radar systems, and repeated delays in modernization programs, as well as cost overruns and schedule slippages. Bedford says the FAA is trying to squeeze a planned 15-year modernization roadmap into a significantly shorter time frame. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.